Hi everybody, Claire here from Rainbow Acrylics. I've got a really exciting paint pour to do now. It's a Dutch pour commission on two long horizontal canvases. Both canvases are 30 centimetres by 100 centimetres, so really long. They're not in line with each other, they are staggered. So I'm so excited. The colour scheme is mustard coloured golds, greys, black, like those sorts of colours. So really excited. Let me show you what I'm using. These are my colours, so nice and simple colour scheme. I've got two different golds, a Monte Marte gold and then a Pebeo Studio Acrylics iridescent gold. I've got a yellow ochre, I've got a pearl white, I've got a silver, and I've got, I think it's a cadmium yellow. I'll list all the colours in the description. The base colour, we want dark, the customer wants dark, but I've not gone for black. I don't know if you can see now, it just looks black on the camera, doesn't it? I've actually created a charcoal grey colour, so it's got white in it. No, it just looks black. It's not black, it's a really lovely charcoal grey colour. All the paints have been mixed with UK Owatrol. I'm going to list the colours and I'm going to list my paint recipe in the description. The canvases I've laid out here already. So 1 metre long. The top canvas starts exactly in the centre of the bottom canvas. So they're going to be hanging on a wall above a bed like that. To make sure I keep them in the right place, I've just drawn, I don't know if you can see that, I've just drawn there and I've drawn down here on the paper below, just so I keep them in the right place. So let's get started. I'm going to cover the canvases in the black first of all. That's my canvases covered. I'm just going to burst all the air bubbles. I made this paint last night, so there shouldn't be too many air bubbles. It's a good idea to mix your paint in advance so that it can settle for a few hours or overnight, so all the air comes to the surface. So yeah, it's not too bad, this paint. Right, the design for this pour is really interesting. So the customer likes quite geometric shapes. She likes things to be offset. So I'll just get that right in the right place. So the design is going to be a Dutch pour, straight line down here. Then about there, I'm going to come down and then come along this way. So quite an angular design. I'm going to go with this order. So I've tried to separate the darker golds with the lighter, brighter goldy yellow colours. I think I might end up putting the white in here as well, or the silver. I'm going to start with the darkest gold, which is the Monte Marte gold. I'm going to start with a line horizontally. Actually, no, I need to mark where I'm going to stop. Let's get my tape measure. So from there to there is 50 centimetres. So I want to mark it at about 25 centimetres, which is there. There. So just roughly straight, doesn't matter if it's not exactly. I've turned the right angle and then to about the centre there. Because it's a Dutch pour, this will all be blown out, so it really doesn't have to be exact. So I'm adding some pearl white, so I'm going to go now in my more wiggly lines. Silver, yellow ochre, let's go with some more silver, some of the light gold, right, big problem with this, my colours are sinking. I think what I'm going to do, I can't change the base consistency now, I'm just going to put some more of the colours on to try and get them to sit on top of what I've already put on. So if I can put enough paint on, I don't think it should matter too much, because when I blow it out, the paint's there, it's just gone underneath the black a little bit. So I'm just going to add more. So if the colours sink, it means that the paint consistency isn't quite right. It means that the paints in my bottles are too thin, or my base colour is too thick, which is probably more like it. So this is a lot of paint going on now. Just going to do a little bit more of this yellow. And then the light gold of the Pebeo Studio Acrylics gold, really pretty gold. Right, that's the colours down. So next thing I need to do is work out how I'm going to blow this out. I think what I'm going to do is just do one at a time. So I'm going to move this one out of the way, just so I don't splatter it when I'm blowing out the other canvas. In fact, one thing I need to do is just torch it. So of all the Dutch pours I've done, the customer has picked out ones that have got a slightly more wispy pattern to them. So not the typical petal shapes, but more wispiness. So actually, if this blows right over the edge, I think that's going to be absolutely fine. Because it's quite a small gap between the paint and the edge. It's only 15 centimetres or less than that. So let's think, how am I going to do this? I'm wondering if I should start here. In fact, I think the biggest gap, obviously the biggest negative space is this way. So I wonder if I actually, yeah, I think I'm going to blow diagonally this way, because there's quite a lot of paint there being a corner. amazing. These colours are gorgeous. So it didn't blow out as I was planning at all. I kept it on quite a low setting on my hairdryer, so I was expecting it to blow further, but it didn't. But I'm going to fiddle with that in a minute. Right, the reason I'm getting lots of these dark grey cells, and it's because of the paint consistency. That's really pretty. So the coloured paint is now blown over the black and it's now sinking, so it's creating these black cells coming up through, which is so pretty. And then I'll do exactly the same with the other one. So I'll start blowing out into that corner. Wow, this is so pretty. What a gorgeous colour combination. Right, I'm just going to do a little bit of extra blowing around now just to tweak things. What I'm finding is there's quite a lot of the colour underneath these edges. So actually by really gently blowing on them, I can actually bring that colour through, which I really like. It's finished. It's really difficult to show you because it's so long, so I'm having to stand way back here, and you don't get a good sense of it at all from here. I am incredibly happy with it. The colours are amazing. Let me show you close up. I realised when I was blowing around you really couldn't see because the camera had to be so far away from the paintings. Look at that. Look at those colours. I just love how swimmy it is in the middle, and all these amazing black cells surrounded by the golds and the yellows. Wow, they just look fab. It really matches up nicely there. I've had to do a little bit of extra blowing to make sure that the design looks like it just follows on from one to the other. The effects are incredible. This, I think, is the first ever painting I've done where I haven't torched because I don't actually want more cells. I always torch, and I always torch a lot. I could have torched in the central band and have created more cells, but actually I really like how solid that colour is because there are so many of the black cells popping through around the edge. So yeah, no torching. It's just so interesting. I love the background colour, the base colour. Again, it just looks black on this video, but it's not. It's just a really lovely, deep charcoal grey colour, which I think just works really well. I love these bright colours. So you've got the mustards, the golds, but also that yellow stands out quite a lot. And I think that just gives really nice contrast. And then the little bits of silver. So when it's dry, it's going to look really sparkly. I don't think you can see that much at the moment. No. Can you see it there? Maybe you do get a bit of a sense of it there. It is really sparkly, really pretty. I just hope it stays like this. Really hope it does. Keep everything crossed. Right, I'll be back when it's dry. So it's now a couple of days later and it's completely dried. I am so happy with this. It has turned out exactly as I wanted. I really think I've got that angular shape. So many Dutch pours are so curvy and curly, whereas this is it's got those 90-degree angles. So I'm really happy. Let me take you in for a close-up. The colours are incredible. It's not a colour scheme I'm particularly used to. Mustards and golds and whites and greys, but it's gorgeous. I'm really glad I added a little bit of that slightly brighter yellow. You can see it peeking through. That's gold, but that there is that slightly brighter yellow. So there's actually not very much of it showing, but I think it just brightens it up. It just really makes it alive. I just love these cells. As I said, it's where the coloured paint has sunk and then the dark has come up through. It's just gorgeous. I'm so happy with it. I really hope my customer likes this because I definitely feel that it's what she was after. Obviously it's quite difficult. I have in my mind what I think the customer wants, but obviously that sometimes can be different from what the customer has in their mind. So I'm really hoping that this matches what she's after. It's a real statement. It's very bold, and having seen the pictures of the room it's going in, I think it works. I really hope it's what she's wanting. Look, I just love that all the colours blending together up against each other. I'm really happy with this base colour as well. As I said, it's not totally black, and you can see that it's very dark, but it's not black. It's definitely a really deep charcoal colour, which I think looks really nice. It's just not quite as harsh as black. So I am so happy. Do let me know what you think. Please leave me any comments you want to. And thank you so much for watching my video. Great, take care everyone. Bye.